right here. See that one? Not soldered good at all. So yeah, that's what I like to check on. So I'll have to touch that one up. I don't see any others that are horrible, but yeah, that one and this one not soldered very good at all. Man, this thing will not. I mean, it's my cell phone. I don't expect much, but yeah, those two not so good. What are those even hooked up to? One of them is the mauve. Oh, they're both the mauve. Ooh, you know what? Somebody's replaced that. Yeah, this has been worked on before, because that's not the right... Well, it is the right mauve, but they don't normally look... They're not blue like that. So, it looks like it's had some work done before. Probably got hit by lightning at some point. That's what these do. If the voltage gets too high, they just dead short and usually pops the fuses. And then either side of those, these are actually spark gaps. But yeah, doesn't look too bad. Check, I'm just giving it the once over to make sure none of the caps are bad. Sometimes they'll split open if they've been hit really bad. Okay. So always make sure to put this one down this direction, because you don't want to bend those pins. Especially after you put it all back together and realize that they're neither not seated or the pins don't actually line up, or if one's bent. Those two pins are the control for this relay. So if that's not hooked up, then it always, this is the, it's a PTC, positive temperature coefficient thermistor, and that when you plug in the charger so it doesn't spark into the outlet, this charges up all the bolt caps, everything. Well, these are the bolt caps, charges them up, and then if you don't have that hooked up, then this will always be in series and it'll just always brown out and then reset and brown out and reset until when it first boots up, after it's pre-charged, everything's good, then this relay is told to turn on, that bypasses this guy. You can kind of see that. It's just right across the two terminals. That's to get it so it doesn't spark when you plug it in. Okay, this is the gate driver board. So this is another one of those, instead of being 5.5 millimeter, this one is 5 millimeter. So we're going to take that one off and take these guys out. Now this one underneath has a whole bunch of cables plugged into it. And actually, before I take it out, one of the things I need to take a picture of is on this side. Nope, I take it back. This side, where this is the temperature sensor, and we want to make sure it gets plugged back into there, not over here. It won't work if it's plugged into there. So, take a quick picture of that. Can make sure I get it back together right. And then the temperature sensor itself is actually located over here. It's globbed in here. It's epoxied on there, and it runs across the other side. So we're going to very carefully. Oh, I can already tell. Remember how I was saying there's this nice burnt electronics smell? Let's see. See how this is discolored over here? Like, see this black sooty material? Yeah, not good. I'm suspecting something on that side is blown up. So, we'll see shortly. You're going to pull this up, you're going to unplug this guy, and then slowly pull it up, and you're going to unplug these. There's 3 connectors underneath here, which you're going to want to unplug. There we go. And here's the gate driver board. Doesn't look too bad. These are pulse transformers, and all these FETs here form a like a H bridge to pulse these transformers, which then turn the MOSFETs on and off to transfer power. I don't see anything messed up with that. That looks pretty decent. Sometimes when they've lost a bunch of phases, these will become really dark, like burned out. But they look pretty decent. I don't see any. They look okay. They don't look messed up. So that's fine. So I'll go ahead and set that over here. So that leaves us with what we were trying to get to, is the cat board. So there's definitely been something has made a bunch of soot in here, but I don't see it. I was expecting these caps to be blown, but I don't really see. They don't look bloated or anything. Sometimes you'll see them really bloated. Oh, that's interesting. What's up with that? Normally they're all blue, but well, we'll go ahead. Oh, this is loose too. That's weird. Everybody else is tight. We'll go ahead and pull this board out. Now this takes, they used, so if you look across here, these are all standoffs, and they conduct power, all of them, all the way across. So you gotta take all these guys out. It's a pain. I should charge more for repairing these, but I don't. Otherwise they're not worth it, because you could just go buy a new battery charger. Have like, oh, that one's stuck. I was gonna say should have speed runs. That one's stuck too, really. Alright, way back when, let me see if I can find it. I built myself my little, here it is. I don't have a 5.5 millimeter wrench, but so I had to make. I've got my little tool that I made. Oh yeah, it's the file. Did I focus on it? No. Anyways. Specifically for dealing with these chargers and for the AMC 320s and 325s have some serious order of operation assemblies where you can't, once it's assembled, there's no easy way to get at some of the nuts to tighten them. And that might be just laziness on my part that I don't want to take the whole thing apart, completely apart, but go ahead and keep those with them. And these ones I like to keep together just because there's 2 washers on every one, 2 washers and a nut, and it's just easier if they're all together. You can also see why I highly recommend having this thing discharged before you work on it, because these are all live carriers. If this was charged up, you will get a good zap. Now it's stuck. That one was installed upside. Whoa! What the hell happened to that? Oh, that is all messed up. Has that been arcing? Huh. Can't tell, but that is pretty burned up. Huh. Probably have to replace that one. Yeah, I have no idea what happened to that. Yeah, you can't even tighten. That's why it was loose. Ooh, that's probably what happened. I bet that was loose. Maybe the catboard's perfectly fine. We just had a bad. I'm gonna set that one over here. Set that one aside. So that could be the problem too. Is that no energy was being transferred from that side because of bad bolt. It's also why you're not supposed to use standoffs as power carrying devices. But I don't think I've ever seen that actually written down, but I would think that wouldn't be a good idea because they vibrate and you get, they can loosen. These aren't Loctited or anything. Okay, that whole side's done. Now I only got 3 more on each side. Yeah, 3 more on each side. Now I gotta unplug all these connectors. There's 3 more connectors. But those are really hard to unplug until you get the whole thing board off of here. Whoa, almost lost that one. Where'd that not go? Lost one. We'll find it later. I think it went down in here. I'll have to turn it over, and if I turn it over now, I'll put that one, I'll set that one aside. If I turn it over now, the little standoffs will come spilling out. Oh, stop. Yeah, we'll use this one again. Actually, we'll use that as if guy's not there. So we're missing one nut that rolled down under there. Oh, and then should also grab. Where'd my back go? Couple washers here before I lose those too. Okay, that is everybody is disconnected. Yep. So we're going to carefully lift this up, and once it's barely cleared, we're going to unplug the connectors. Ooh, okay, I see where the soot's coming from. Oh yeah. Okay. I'm going to take this and carefully lay that over there. And you ready? Oh, wait, that nut. I just heard it fall down somewhere. Where'd it go? Down in there somewhere. But... Okay, are you ready? Are you ready? Yeah. There's your problem. That via is completely obliterated. There's nothing there. But what's even more interesting is somebody has circled these and they're pointing to issues. I don't know what's going on. Somebody took this thing apart at some point. Somebody tried to resolder some of these, I bet. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. That's obliterated. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to ask, I think it was it Doug? Yeah. I'll have to go ask and figure out what's up with that, but that's definitely not good. Well, we'll set that aside here. And then, oh, knocked a few over. Try to keep these things, so yeah, all these little standoffs. They're great. Great. So, try not to lose any of them. So yeah, everything else looks okay. There's nothing, sometimes you can have bad joints in through here, but those all look pretty decent. I don't see anything messed up on those. But yeah, that's not good. That is why it's only putting out half the current. It's missing half the channel. That one's bulging a little bit. You see that? See how it's not quite square? That one's better. Kind of hard to tell on camera, I guess. So yeah, that concludes this video. We got it all disassembled, and definitely have an issue. Gonna have to either repair this board, but considering it's missing half the via, I don't know if that's actually, might be easier to just replace it. Yeah. Okay, that is it. Next time.